So I'm going to show you how to replace your monobloc on your Dreamstick X. To do so, you're going to need a replacement monobloc. You're going to need the little Allen wrench that was given with your bar in the box in a plastic bag. And you're going to need a piece of rope, like some flying line, about a meter long or so. Any line can do it, but the thinner, the better, because it's easier. And finally, you're going to need a piece of wire with a little hook that you made at the end, like that, as flat as possible. That wire must be a little longer than your monobloc, like about this long, about 60, 70 cm is good. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take the flagging line out of the way. So you're going to pull the flagging line from underneath your bar here through the chicken loop. You're going to expose this connection here. To take it apart, you get the ring out of the way, loosen up this knot here, take this loop out in this direction so you can get that out here, and there you are, and you put that line to the side. We're of course going to put it back together later. Put the loop here, the ring here. So now you're going to pull this line up through here. So you get it out of the way and out of your monobloc. Once you're done with this, we're going to take the trim line out. To do so, you're going to take the Allen wrench, you're going to take that little plastic piece out. You don't have to take the screw out, you just want it to be loose enough that you can move it to the side. Now we're going to take this knot apart. Now you're going to get the handle out, put it to the side, keep it for later, take the plastic piece out, keep it for later. Now we're going to remove the trim line. Now here this knot is going to be quite tight because you've used the bar before, so you're gonna have to wiggle and kind of like getting loose. I've already done that, so it's quite easy now. Now we take it apart again, put it to the side. We're gonna use it again later. You are gonna get the neoprene cover out of the way. And now we're going to start taking the monobloc out. First thing you're going to do is you're going to loosen up this screw here. Same thing, you don't have to take it out of the hole, you just get it loose enough that things can be able to slide out. And now we're going to take this piece out. I don't think I did it enough. Now it's moving. And this out, put it to the side. One thing we're going to do now is take the monobloc away from the chicken loop. One thing you want to do here is there's little ball bearings here, little ceramic balls. You don't want to lose them, so this is when you use the piece of tape I was talking about earlier. You're going to come here and then tape this metal part here together with the main body of the chicken loop, and you got to get it as tight as possible so it cannot come off. So go around this way, nicely put it tight, and you tape everything nicely together so nothing can come apart. Now we're going to take the monobloc out. You have screws here. You take your same tool that we've been using, and you're going to take these screws out. They're quite long, so it's easy to do, but it takes a little time. Put it to the side. Same on the next one. Set it aside also. Now we're taking this part out. Keep your finger here to make sure that you don't somehow push on the tape and get that part out. So just make sure you don't lose the bolts. And now you're out. Make sure you locate those two slots right here, because that's important to remember where they are, because that's where we're gonna line up the screws again. So this is where I am. Now you take your old monobloc, you discard it, and you can put the new monobloc through your bar. So now you're gonna reinsert your new monobloc through the bar, and see how I have the bar with the red on this side and the white on that side. Now look, there's two cavities here, right? So when the bar is in this angle, you put your monobloc with the rope at the top. So you put it this way, again, like that, and you fit it through here. Now, like I said earlier, you locate those two slots. You want to make sure that you get those two slots lined up with those two holes, which is not too hard to do. And now you can screw back in. Now you just make sure they come all the way flush, and that's where you stop. You put the other one in. Okay, now we're done with this part. We're gonna reinstall everything back on the bar. So first thing we're gonna be doing is installing the cleat back on. Okay. Now you're gonna reinstall the clamp cleat and the plastic piece together with the monobloc, and you can see here there's a track that goes up and down. This is where this rope's gonna go through. This is, to do it, you're gonna use your rope that we had set apart. You're gonna put here, located here, and you are gonna feed those two lines together here through the S, up and down. There you are. Now you're gonna have to make sure you line up. When you look this way, there's two holes here. This is gonna be for the flagging line. This is for the D-power line. So you're gonna push it this way into the S turns like that. And this is when you're actually gonna need to pull on the hook that I was talking about earlier. So I set up my hook right here. So do a knot that you can actually take apart. Now here, we're gonna be feeding that, pulling as hard as we can to get that through. Strong hook, and you pull until this loop from the gray line actually shows up. So now it's starting to pop out. I do still want a little more room, so again, I'm putting now on the monobloc, compressing the monobloc so I get more room to push the cleat down. Now the cleat's down, I got enough room here. I am gonna re-screw that thing in. so it's not gonna move anymore. And you make it just flush. All right, so now I can take this knot apart, hopefully. Now you leave this rope in, you're gonna need it to feed the trim line back through. So now we're gonna reconnect the trim line. I go through this loop here, and then now we're feeding these here. Now I got this rope that I'm going to be using to get that loop through this loop here. It also requires quite some pulling and some like massaging of the loop, but there you go, you got it through. Now we take this rope out. We're reconnecting by just looping the end of the trim line through. Go. I'll reinstall that valve now so I don't forget about it. Leave it on. Now we're gonna go connect the Y back to the bar. And then here on your bar, you probably still have the little red dot here. It may have faded out because this is an old bar also, but see how the red is here on the right side? You want to have that facing the right side. Alternatively, you have that little black sleeve that's going to be on your left side of the bar. So this is how it looks like. This is the flag line side. You're going to feed from underneath. And now go back through here, go back through, bring the cover back, go back through here, and now you can reconnect your handle. You start with the little black piece. You massage that opening so it's wide open, and you're going to push the tab through the opening right here. Now you have it on the other side. We're going to redo the knot right here. You want to make sure the end of the knot lines up with the edge of that black tab. So you do just a simple knot this way, and you want to keep that little loose tab here in the loop so it doesn't fly out or get in your finger when you grab the handle. So see how I have it here, and then you tighten the knot, making sure the edge of the knot here is on the edge of the black tab. Now you push the handle back in, tight and nice, and we're gonna put this little plastic piece on top. So same thing, you get it nice and flushed, grab your tool again, you don't have to be super hard as long as you tight enough that the ball doesn't move anymore. So now we're gonna be fitting this line back through the monobloc to get connected to the flying line. To do so, you want to make sure that you are not going around the trim line here. So you go straight from the Y and you're going to go into the monobloc. This is when you grab your piece of metal wire with the little hook at the end, and you're going to feed the metal wire through the monobloc until it pokes out of here. Now here you're gonna open up your hook a little bit, get your line through the hook. Be careful not to fray the line. And now you close your hook, you compress it back so it has nowhere to catch when it goes through the monobloc. Flat as possible so it doesn't catch on anything when you're actually pulling through the monobloc. And now get your monobloc nice and straight, and you pull through here until you get your flying line here. Now you get your wire out of the way. You're gonna put the metal ring here, and we're simply gonna reconnect the flying line just like we took it apart by going through here. Now we're gonna get these nice flat, and you just simply pull the flying line again through. And you're done. You got a brand new monobloc. Congratulations.